It will elongate Steph's career. I think Clay's gonna go back next year, which would be funny.
That'd be cool.
And then yeah,
Is Sabonis the only father-son star duo in the league?
good question. Yeah.
Everybody.
I'm with the haters. I'm your host, Brian M.F. Moses. We're going to try not to curse because they do fire us. All right. Big week 6. A lot of movement in the standings, a lot of battles from all over the world. It's hard not to be proud of this show like a filthy uncle. We love this thing so much. We have battles submitted from Nairobi, Kenya, Sydney, Australia, Hong Kong, China.
Whoa.
I know. It's been a good week, man. I'm with the haters, the guys you love to hate on the comments, off-screen chanting, now on-screen, and the Balkan Nightmare, my Chanel West Coast.
It's incredible to be here.
Radu Bondar.
Thanks for having us. The playoffs are heating up around the world, and the RBL is doing the same.
Yes, it is Radu Bondar. It's a good week. This is a strong week, I think. It's going to be an interesting episode. I'm excited to see what the comments are going to say about them. Just got back from Austin, Texas. There's going to be more movement in the standings as we move on. It's also week 6, which means after this episode, a lot of those WRBL affiliates that we drafted in the offseason will be dropped if you hadn't used them within the first 6 weeks. A few of those cities are going to stay. That first number 1 draft pick, Nashville, you've been killing it for Atlanta. You're probably going to stay with Atlanta. But everybody else who has been used in the first 6 weeks gets dropped. And teams like Houston can go pick up some teams and get some points. What's up with Houston?
Man, it's been a weird start. Couldn't find some venues to get us to let us do our hate thing. But finally, we've locked in some contracts. We've done some creative problem solving. You're going to have some battlers in New York, I believe, later this month.
We have done that. We're always here at the league working and trying to get the city's points. We're making this competitive. We look at this. We're established in 2013. You got to think ahead. There's kids doing this now. If you guys saw the episode that dropped last Thursday where Lucas, the 8-year-old, destroyed John Najota. We call him the boogeyman, but the boogeyman got lynched by this kid. So it's anyone's game here. If you can master the language, the English language, which I just literally saw 2 Kenyans call each other, whatever. We can't say it right now in the first 30 minutes. But I'm saying, this thing is a global, it's almost like the NBA. It's global, so it's only going to grow. We're going to see a Luka Doncic type of thing out here. We're going to see, all kinds of stuff. And I keep talking Eastern European because I think it's because you're here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
They're coming out, though. If you go and talk some smack with people in the Balkans, you're like, oh, my God, that was heinous. Where are you? Let's make it competitive.
It's funny because, Eastern Europeans are kind of coming up right now. That Euro trash is coming up, but also Koreans. That's what I'm hearing on the streets in Austin, Texas. They're just like, no, Korean guys are hot. And everybody's saying, the whole K-pop thing. Met up with the Tokyo Battlers. They were also saying the same thing, that Korean guys they're the hot thing right now,
They're exporting more culture than any other country per capita, besides the one we can't say. But Korea.
It's the K-pop thing. It's almost like, remember, I think it was, who was it? It might have been Baby Pinkhouse was kind of talking about this thing, but she was, talking about how, women like the effeminate, this century, women kind of like that effeminate thing, right? They're a little more a little more non-binary, right? We're talking about that kind of stuff.
It's a full court press, though. It's not just the music. The dramas are dominating that part of the world and permeating here. No, it's just the K-dramas.
Is that what they're called?
Turkish and Korean dramas are eating American dramas lunch.
What?
Do you understand? People internationally don't give a shit what's happening in LA or New York. They don't care what American storytelling has to say because they got better, higher volume
Turkish
and Korean dramas.
Oh, we can't have the Turkish start dominating again. The Ottoman Empire was...
Who are you telling? I'm Romanian. Who are you telling?
All right, man, let's get to this countdown. Off-screen chanting, who's now on screen. How you feeling? You're a hater. Do you like the comments? What's going on with your guys' podcast? Only 100 people are watching at a time.
I don't know. We got to up these fucking views, man. Sorry for the curse words up top, but guys, if you haven't already, check out the Haters podcast. It's on the Roast Battle Network. It's not Roast Battle content per se, but if you like hate in general, which I think is the Roast Battle crowd.
There's a lot of roasts on there.
Yeah, we're roasting things.
This is probably why nobody's watching. You guys seem so indifferent on this. We hate stuff.
I'm saying that stuff would be palatable to an audience of,
Give us
unadjusted.
an example before we jump into this countdown, because this is a fun countdown. I know that everybody hates this part of the show, but this is the preamble, everybody. Shut up. Give us an example of what to hate on. Like, how do the haters get down? Are you guys, because listen, this is a joke writing contest. This whole thing, as we're talking about, is global now. So we're seeing this language or just the language of joke writing when it comes to a specific subject. Like, you guys are hating on a specific subject every episode. How do you guys get down?
Well, we get into mostly how people feel about jokes, because that's something that's not really inside baseball with comedy. Like, one of the things we discussed at length is that people love to be like, oh, a joke, there should be no consequences, whatever. We hate that. We think there should be a risk. No risk, no reward. Most comedians are like, oh, I'm a freedom of speech maximalist. We discuss the kind of, we think those guys are pussies, honestly. The guys who are like, I should be able to say whatever joke, no matter how racist. Don't worry about what impression I'm doing. Just, that's the kind of stuff we get into.
It's a really good David Tell. No, it's really good. All right. That's why we love the haters. They get into the minutia of minutia, and you know what minutia means. It's not a slur. All right. Number 7 coming in hot. Let's go all the way to this.
Did you want to do the 10 through 8 first? Just mention them?
We can. I mean, I feel like nobody cares.
My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're right. We should put it up. I did only give you the top 7. That's my bad, actually. All right. Let's dive into the top 10. Do you have the list there, Chandog?
I thought you did. My bad.
No, it's not.
Now I'm just rambling for no reason.
No. You're good. I mean, this is a live broadcast right now, live streaming right now on the Roast Battle YouTube channel. If you want to see 10 through 8, go to rbl.live.com. We submit those every time. At number 10, Phoenix. Steve Owens. Where am I at right now? My bad. No, I really don't have. Oh, man. I messed this whole thing up.
Oh, my bad.
I
shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's all good. This is on me. But it's Phoenix coming at number 8. Number 9.
I don't have them.
You don't have anything. Golly, I'm so sorry, you guys. That's so bad. For a live broadcast. Number 10 coming in with 1 point, Phoenix. Number 9, New York. Actually, we never had this before. Actually, we've had it a few times, but this guy, Michael Agumbiade, back-to-back battles here. Number 9 with New York, number 8 with Hartford. Because he's a New York battler, New York gets points on both of those battles. So Hartford comes in with 3 points. New York gets 2 points, and then another 1.5 because Michael back-to-back battled his opponents there. All right, let's just get into number 7 here because we have preambled so much there, Chan.
Yep.
We love this cat. He is looking more and more like an MVP or even a Rook of the Year. I'm going to figure out what the rules are on that because I haven't seen Chris Scriva this many times in one season, but he's back, battling out of Pittsburgh this season. So that is a Scotland affiliate. So Scotland gets some points on this one. It is Chris Scriva versus Clementine. It's Berlin via Dallas.
All right, your final battle for the night. Let's meet the first guy. His name is Clementine.
Mia, I'm going to skip ahead. This is bullshit.
Thank you.
Battle!
There we go.
Battle! Let's roast!
Clementine's girlfriend manages a Zoomies. Not the skateboard store. Clem just starts running around the house and pissing when SpongeBob comes on.
I do get excited. Hey, Chris is a buddy of mine. He's a sweetheart too. I didn't have any scraps of paper to write my jokes on, so he lent me a few before the show that he had kind of on him. So Chris shops at Tractor Supply, which is crazy. I didn't know they made tank tops that fit tractors. Where do you buy your shoes? The car dealership?
Where do you get your girlfriends? At middle school?
They're not fast, huh?
They don't care. They like Santa. Wait, that means I fuck it. Never mind. I just dissed myself. Clementine told me he regrets selling a bunch of Apple stock in 2010 and instead spending the money to purchase banana stock because it more easily fits inside of his asshole. He's gay.
Little rascal. I'll grab a southern. Nice guy. Chris's favorite movies are the Fast and Furious movies, mostly because his top speed is 4 miles per hour.
Did you get that from your mentor? Jared?
Oh, Jared?
Yeah. I'm wearing his old pants right now. Semen all over him. Clementine's very, very proud of his recent performance on Skankfest. Clap for him. That's cool. Huh? You guys know what that is? The festival? Not to be confused with Whorefest, a.k.a. where his dad met his mom.
You were good at Pork Shank Fest. That was all right. Chris. Chris skateboards. He skateboards in Pittsburgh, the Steel City. Thank God, too, because what the hell else could that skateboard be made out of?
Can you baby bird me the sandwich? Clementine dropped out of the Naval Academy. Most likely when he realized working with semen on the pamphlet didn't mean what he thought. He really wanted a mess in his poop deck. At least I made him laugh, I guess.
Don't.
Give me a second.
I was gonna ask. That's to you. Yeah, as I said, he skateboards, which is really cool, but it's also really dangerous for the ground.
I'm gonna be dangerous for your fit. Never mind. Everything I say sounds like I'm hitting on him or children. Clementine claims vaping is the gayest thing he's ever done, quote unquote, aside from wearing rings sometimes. While Clementine's boyfriend claims the gayest thing he's ever done is Clementine. Where do you wear those rings, buddy? Inside of your asshole?
Suck 6 or 7 dicks. Thought that'd work? All right.
All right, Bonnie Brown. Jesus Christ.
I had this last one. Hold on one second.
Can I lick the box? I think I missed a spot.
Just had it on. Chris, the Pittsburgh Prince. More like the California King. Because he's white, lumpy, piss-stained, and I'm absolutely not carrying him up 2 fucking flights of stairs.
Dude, when I sleep at your house later, I'm breaking every piece of furniture in that bitch. Your IKEA is going down. That's it.
All right, that was 5 jokes, guys. Give it up for them.
Dallas Fort Worth, stand up if you can because you're so big. I won't ask you again. That's a Berlin battle. Berlin getting 4 points out of that one.
Wait, so
and Scotland getting 2 points out of that.
those were German battlers in Dallas?
No. So remember, Berlin drafted
Oh, yes.
the WWL affiliate that we just watched there.
Yeah. Second
with
time
Dallas
in
Fort
history
Worth.
that's happened.
There you A lot of shooters coming out of both places, Berlin and Dallas. All right. That was a fun battle. Chris Griffith gets on this thing a lot. That was my first time seeing Clementine. Very, very fun. That looked like Michael Moore, who directed Bowling for Columbine, versus a kid who died in the Columbine shooting. All right, let's just get to the breakdown here because that's what we do here. We like to break down jokes like we're Kobe Bryant or Peyton Manning in ESPN's Detail. Haters. I'm actually going to go to Channing on this one. Off-screen Channing, who is now on-screen this week. What'd you think about that battle?
I think Clementine is quickly becoming one of my favorite battlers. That's the second time we've seen him.
Really? That was the second time we've seen
Is it?
Clementine? I haven't seen Clementine.
No, I feel like we saw him before because I remember a hot guy who's goofy.
Okay, I mean, honestly, now I understand what white guys are talking about. When it's like, people are being racist to us. I mean, like, they don't all look alike. We get a lot of sexy white guys with long hair on this. We get a lot of Jack Skellingtons.
Yeah, I mean, either way, if we've seen him or not, I enjoyed that performance. His callback of using, fast food products as his notes.
It's dangerous.
Never seen that before.
Okay, I have. I mean, I haven't seen it like that. Now, I'm glad you got to that, and I know you're going to have an opposing view on this. And I like when you get dialectical like this, which is why I love their podcast. Now, props. What do we think about props in a roast battle? You've done enough roast battles to know how dangerous it is. Because I feel like this battle's theme was consequence. There's a lot of big swings, a lot of traditional swings, right? Like Chris Griffith went a little clever on doing this traditional thing of calling a guy you may not know personally, you're calling him a pedophile. You're finding clever ways to call him a pedophile. You're finding clever ways to call him gay, right? So it's he's gay, he's a pedophile. He's gay, he's a pedophile, right? That was probably the crux of most of Scriva's jokes, and then the crux obviously of Clementine's was he really leaned into this guy's huge, let me write in a language that he can understand kind of a thing.
Yeah, I don't remember a single one of his actual jokes, but I remember the bit.
That's my problem. And it's one of the hedges of props, honestly, too. You say the props are dangerous. I say that they can be, obviously, but there's a hedge, too, where you remember the prop, you remember the thing, and you go, what was the joke reason why they brought it? I don't know. It was just something. Now, the very, very last bit that he had where he's like, they confuse it. He's a Pittsburgh Prince, but actually a California King. This has happened to me a few times where the line you didn't expect to get gets the biggest laugh or whatever, and you have some stuff left over. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Leave it.
You got to edit.
Edit in the moment.
New battlers don't. I think that's what it is. It's and that's like joke writing. I think in general, right, or even screenwriting. It's editing because you're like, this is still going to kill, right? But if you get the biggest pop, you're like, you know what? I can save this for another battle.
Yeah.
You can just save that tag because at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be. Because you're like, if this is good and I'm at the red light, I should probably get off stage right now and leave them wanting more. And that's the. I mean, that's what, the economy of words is for. When I say consequence, I'm saying like you heard, I think Scriva's first or second joke had a reference that that didn't really land too much because you have to know a reference is tough because you got it. You're taking the audience on a journey in your brain saying like, you guys know this, right? And if they don't, like, how does that feel?
Was it the Skankfest joke?
No, I think it was the SpongeBob joke or something.
I think both of those actually. I mean, SpongeBob is much more universal, but like bringing up a comedy festival that like basically only comedians are going to know about. Dangerous game there, just for the skank to whore pun. I understand why he did it. I know what he went for, right? But it almost feels like Chris he was saved by his ad libs. He was really, really saved by the dig outs.
Right.
And then one of them, I don't know if it was too smart or if he just didn't connect it right, where he's like, oh, is that, from I'm wearing your mentor's pants. Jared, you had to spell it out. Just if you put it all together at once, that would have been.
But it was such a riff, though. It was such a great riff. I thought you're right. He dug himself out of a lot of the holes he had because he had to, obviously, but also his riffing and ad-libbing and just having fun with his part and dancing with his partner on stage will get him out of a lot of just maybe deadpan jokes or jokes that are too dry sometimes. It's
just a lesson that, like, it's subtle and it should be learned by a lot of people. If, like, the riffs and the ad-lib stuff are working, that means that's kind of how you need to be telling your jokes.
It's almost like, okay, they like crowd work. We might as well just drop my set tonight, right? Or if I can weave in a premise in there, I can maybe get something out of this.
It should always, like, in stand-up, people are always like, the audience thinks you're saying that for the first time, so you got to do some of that in roast battle, where it's like, I understand you wrote this and finished and whatever, but it's got to feel like you just saw this guy and it inspired, and you know what I mean?
I love that you said that because that is why I call this a sport, because it is letting the game come to you, right?
And there are some people that does not apply to. There are some people because of the dryness of their style, they're like, they could be reading it off the phone, reading it off their garbage, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of the things that kind of killed it for me with Clementine, is that, like, the fast food bit thing was really, really funny.
It was good.
But then the jokes themselves, besides the last one, because they,
you can't follow your bit. And that, that's always been a big thing, I feel like, with props in general when they come on stage with anybody. But then in this especially, because now it's like, okay, cool, you got a big, huge thing here. Are we going to stop looking at that? And are your jokes going to outwork that thing? Because you just brought up the headliner.
And as much as we're like kind of breaking it down or whatever, I will say we will remember that kind of thing. Pretending like you asked the guy, because it's not like he just brought the props. He's like, I pretended to ask him for some stuff that he just happened to have around, and it's all so it's a very intricate thing. I just wish you put that much effort into the rest of the
But
jokes.
it's also it is that lazy thing there, and by the way, Clementine, you're great, and I'm not saying that. There's that lazy thing that we do, I think, as performers and comics and artists, where it's yo, this is so funny, and then you don't follow it up with like, you got to do all the work.
Yep.
You got to do all the work because then that joke has to be funnier than that prop, because that's so funny. It's like you're saying, like, if you get that big laugh, get out of there. It's almost like he could have just said anything at that point. Knock, who's there? Your delivery door driver, and this gives him that sandwich or whatever.
And we're dismissing some of these jokes, the steel skateboard, stuff like that. Like, these are fantastic jokes. It's just the way that it all comes to, unless everything is like leading in service of itself or whatever, you get lost some of the stuff in the sauce, and you had incredible products there. Chris, you also had really good jokes too, but it just didn't really land as well as your ad-libs and riffs.
Yeah. I mean, if Clementine had combined the bit of the food wrappers with like just fucking 10 out of 10 jokes, that's what makes a good battle great.
Oh yeah.
That's the game changer right there. But I mean, it worked. I'm assuming he won that battle just because I don't know, it seemed like he got a bigger crowd reaction, but
it's arbitrary. It really is. Before we move on to number 6, what do you guys think about the rebuttals that are that where your brain just kind of goes straight to, I know this is going to work, right? You're doing almost like a kick in the nuts on America's Funniest Home Videos, essentially, where when Scriva just kind of flipped it on him, was just like, but this guy bangs children. Or this guy dates, middle school girls, kind of a thing. Like going straight to that flip, or do you just let that guy win with the joke? Or do you need to even like be like, this guy, because that flip, I don't even know if it worked, but I feel like it's so, at this point, it is hack, and it is kind of like, you're gonna call this guy pedophile 6 more times, like why waste it on a quick brain fart of a riff?
Well, everything's a percentage game, I mean, this is what I equate hack to. Hack is kind of like getting points in the NBA, like by foul chasing. You know what I mean? Like, or baiting the defender into jumping into you. It's like, we might want to hate on it or whatever. Guess what? It fucking works and it scores points.
No, and you're right. And now I'm saying, like, let the game come to you. I'm just saying that, well, you're gonna call more plays.
Yeah.
And he did. And there was the editing on it. I'm saying, it's like, if you're gonna hit that riff, then you got to pull out one of those. I'm gonna call him. He's gonna date a middle schooler. Joke.
It's just one of those things you have to consider of like, hey, I'm doing this because I'm already down, and if it doesn't work, now I'm double down.
Okay.
But when it does work, you get back to neutral, essentially. It doesn't take you past the other person, usually, in terms of momentum.
We're talking writing. We're talking joke writing contest. This is the Roast Battle League. We showcase the best joke writers in the world, or just some of the funniest joke writers in the world, like these two coming up next. This next battle is very, very interesting. This is the Scotland Cats, man. They're so fun. They're punches and bunches. They're volume shooters. You're gonna hear a lot of jokes in this one. Channing, he's one of the haters. He hates these guys. We love him here. Eva Peron, Scott Robertson. Let's roast.
I don't want to get cancelled. I hope they're brilliant and have a great time.
All right, everyone, this is Eva Peron. I know what you're thinking. When did the pigeon lady from Home Alone start shopping at Urban Outfitters? Eva, if you're here, who's throwing themselves in front of the King's Horse in 1913? So Eva is a lesbian who grew up in Livingston. If you thought those earlier battles were rough, wait to hear about her childhood. Okay.
All right, guys, this dungeon dweller is Scout Robertson. Scout recently won the Blackfriars Gong Show. If you don't know what it is, it's a non-binary bisexual freak. Man, it's a real shame I need to destroy Scout tonight because I've been trying really hard to stop smoking fags.
Right. Eva is a comedian of gypsy heritage with plans to take over the comedy scene by knocking down the stand in Monkey Barrel and building theme parks in their place. Eva's also neurodivergent, which means she'll park her caravan in one of the disabled spaces outside. Eva has ADHD, which stands for A Dyke Has Died on Stage.
And she has.
Boom.
Scout gives Matrix vibes if the red pill was HIV meds.
How you doing?
Scout isn't their real name. They chose it because they want to have something in common with the boys they like to fuck.
She's on a roll.
Listen, Grindr's really dead on a Saturday. You've got to take it where you can.
Yeah, man, it won't take long for those kids to earn their first AIDS badge.
So guys, what do you get when you mix an attraction to women and a socially awkward yet hyperactive personality? I don't have an ending to that joke, but Eva's a bitch. Eva's parents first met when they were arrested together, just in case you were wondering how Ian Brady and Myra Hindley are getting on. Eva works at Holland and Barrett at the weekends. And during the week, she hands out CBD so the audience can enjoy her shows.
Scout had a non-traditional birth. They spawned when someone rolled a double in D&D. This one's not very good. Scout said their mum was surprised when they came out, but he is from Kilmarnock, which is famous for the Killy Buys. I fucking told yous.
Say aye. Say aye.
Scout says they give off big top energy. Yeah, big top is right, you circus freak.
You might recognize Eva from when you last cleaned the plug hole out your bath. Eva looks like what would happen if Lewis Capaldi took estrogen instead of Eckies. Eva has actually been with men in the past when they were being led to the showers together in Auschwitz.
Scout looks like what came out of Lorraine Kelly's exorcism. Scout really lives that BDSM lifestyle, bumming, drugs, and self-mutilation. Scout uses he, they pronouns, as in he has changed his pronouns, but they are only doing it for attention.
Eva's last name is a beer. Unlike the beer prices here in Blackfriars, she's unappealing to most of the public. That was maybe much like, never mind. Anyway, Eva's into powerlifting, especially when she's powerlifting Nicholas Elliott through every gig. Sorry, for those of you who didn't get that joke, Nicholas Elliott is an Edinburgh-based comedian. Eva's first comedy gig was in Costa Rica. Eva's first comedy gig was in Costa Rica, so I want to bring her back to her roots and roast her in Spanish. Eva, mi reina, tú eres una lama ventanas. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, that means, Eva, you're a windy licker.
Scout says they have a burning hatred for the LGBTQ community, which is rich because you look like every fucking letter. Coincidentally, burning and hatred are two sensations very familiar to anyone who has had sex with Scout. Specifically, they said they hate about 90% of the community, which, based on the size of the cunt, is just a lot of self-loathing. Fat prick! That's us, yeah.
That's it.
Well done, guys.
Darn tootin'. 5 points there for Scotland. Eva Peron. Scout Robertson, so much fun, always. Punches and bunches like we were talking about. That wasn't as long as you thought it was going to be off-screen chanting, who's now on
it wasn't
screen.
so bad.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder who won that one.
I mean, listen, that was a lot of technically sound stuff from Eva Peron. She's a known battler out there. She's so funny. She's great with the joke writing and the delivery.
Oh, Eva was amazing. But I thought drag queens are supposed to be hilarious.
Well, that's all right. That's kind of what I want to talk about. I feel like I'd written this down a lot, and it's a lot of it was like death by pop culture references, and I feel like the gays and the queens do that a lot.
I don't even know if they do that a lot, but Scout did it was like every cardinal sin that was possible of like, let's do inside reference. Let's do like small, and then some of the ones, I see this a lot. I call this technical writing, where you're like, technically, that's a joke. Where right in the beginning, there was some of the racial stuff about being a gypsy and handicapped, so she parks her caravan in the handicap spot. I understand that reference because I love British people, but they all kind of groan the same way I did because I'm like, that's just connecting to lazy stereotypes.
I mean, That is technically a joke, though.
I know, I understand, but the difference between his and Eva's, or theirs and Eva's, whichever, whatever thing they're doing right now, Eva's
Scout.
was incredible. I mean, like she could literally read some of them off the page,
Right?
And it didn't feel like they were reading. She was looking at the words, not the audience. It felt like they were performing the whole time.
No, and I love actually both of them. They had when they dipped into their polarizing material, it was almost at the perfect time in their set. I feel like it was like probably the third or fourth. I think is of their string of jokes they do when they do their one joke thing.
I don't know. For the UK, race is very polarizing. So Scout went there earlier, is what I believe.
I said no. I honestly, this is a really good roast battle joke because if you don't know your opponent, hitting him with something historically cultural that everybody understands, like Eva's used to be with men. Eva's a lesbian, but she used to be with men, was what he's saying, or they're saying. And when they were leading Jews to the showers in Auschwitz, is a hell of a roast battle joke.
It is, I guess,
because there's a combo there. First of all, you're saying, hey, this chick used to bang dudes. But she's, but it's also saying you're leading her. I mean, it's just that's very funny.
I saw it as volume shooting. I saw it as first you're saying she's someone that would throw herself in front of the King's horse in 1913. Now she's in the Holocaust.
Right. Well, that's the pedophile.
There's no I'm pushing back. There was no consistency whatsoever.
Exactly.
He was like, what will stick?
You're right. But I'm saying from a technical point, I'm saying that point in the set, I thought it was great. The 1913 is fine. It's more of a jab, I feel like.
I thought that was just his best joke. The Holocaust part was his best joke, and it was so disconnected from everything about her and the rest of his jokes.
Yeah, the tie lines on that joke were so loose. It was just like two hot riff things, like lesbian and Auschwitz.
No, because he already stated she was a lesbian, but hey, she used to be with dudes. But then it's going into it's leading you into a trap.
I guess. I didn't see it that way at all.
Really?
No. I saw it as like a very inferior battler against an incredibly good battler.
I just thought, I'm saying that joke technically by already setting up that this chick's a lesbian, right?
Sure.
And then they are saying, hey.
They have been to the shower once.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I just think it's a good roast battle joke.
It was all right.
But then there's also listen, and then let's go with her polarizing joke then, right?
All of them? They all.
I mean, no, she had a string of them.
Yeah,
she had a strike. There was a strong. She was on a roll for a second. Acronyms. What do you think about acronyms? Before I start talking about her polarizing stuff.
Where she said he hates all the LGBT stuff, but he looks like all of them.
No. That was fine. That's a great joke.
That was a great joke.
Yeah, that's a hell of a joke. The BDSM one, and I think the one up top where he says she's got ADHD or something like that.
Oh, a dyke dying on stage or something like
right.
that.
Oh, it's got to be so much funnier than, you know what I mean?
Because this is what I'm saying again about even pop culture references, and then even like he did two pop culture references that are so inside that you have to know. I was like, that's crazy to be that brave. I mean, clearly they're brave because look at them. But I'm saying like those are crazy references to be like everybody here's like you got to know your audience.
Yeah,
she knew her audience. She did a D&D reference. You know what I mean? She did.
She knew them well.
You know what I mean? I just think that they just and I thought Scout was warming up towards the end of the battle there with some stuff, and I felt like even they felt so comfortable to get to the inside references because they thought they knew their audience, or maybe that's just too much confidence.
If you're gonna do inside baseball, it can't be Finnish baseball. It's got to be a version of baseball that people understand.
First of all, that's cricket. That's pretty good.
That's funny.
He did mention that too, or they did mention that. So, Jesus, Scout.
I thought Eva was fucking phenomenal. Like, you mentioned up top that I hate them. I hate the Scotland style of battling. I love Eva. She's great.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, within her
there's
first
a rhythm
5
to
jokes,
it. It's almost like watching bad dancing, right? You're like, it's like bad dancing sucks to watch, but great dancing, you're like, I wish everybody could dance like Chris Brown and Michael Jackson.
Sometimes it's just like watching a Jenna scene in a fucking improv, you know what I mean? Where like none of the funnies happen yet, you're just watching something get set up for so goddamn long. Right. But Eva, man, she didn't miss for 5 or 6 jokes in a row.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
And they were all tremendous pops. Like they would have been for most other battlers, you would have been like, oh, that was the best joke in there. And you're like, she had 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
I mean that Scout double entendre joke was outstanding.
God. Yes.
Right? Yeah. About the kids he has sex with, and then the red pill AIDS meds. I mean, that's
one of the best feelings in roast battle is when your joke they get so much laughter that the other battler has to keep waiting to try to do their shit.
Ooh, I mean, I'm saying she was like it was NBA Jam '95. Like, she's heating up. It's literally heating up.
That's making the other team take a timeout.
Yeah. Can I say too? I hated the fact that they were both wearing shorts on stage. That really fucking pissed me off.
I don't care at all.
But honestly,
I
like,
hate it.
yeah, that was the gayest thing about them.
Yeah, it's insane. It is insane that Hong Kong is on this countdown and that had the most shins.
We'll see. They might be wearing shorts as well. You gnarly son of a gun there.
Yeah, it's monsoon season over there.
But shout out Scout and Eva. She had, I mean, there's just so many great things she did. The smoking fags, the double entendre there. I mean, it's a classic, but it's fun when you hear it. I feel like that's going to be a one that we're always going to hear. I feel like once, it's almost like a leap year joke. I feel like I hear smoking fags like probably once every 4 years.
I guess I didn't know that it worked that same way in the UK. I thought that was something they did when they came over here. You know,
oh, really?
Those jokes?
Yeah. They do that a lot over here because they're like, oh, these guys. You know, they're not allowed to say it. We can't. Yeah.
But then we go over there and try to say spaz, and they're like, you could not perform in the British Isles anymore, actually.
What the fuck does spaz mean?
Yeah, don't say it twice.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We got to bring Josh Meyerowitz in here to apologize to him soon.
Oh, okay, yeah. That means mental. All right, let's go to the Bay Area. They're killing it right now, and I don't like that. We do have a rivalry. They're killing LA right now, and they keep doing it. This is the Bay Area coming to number 5, getting 6 points. It's Alicia Dillon, Noah Guerrero. It's a championship match. Alicia won this one, just so you guys know. Let's get into it.
All right, I just want to start the battle by saying, as you can all tell, Alicia is a cunt. Yeah, this is just a battle between a school shooter and a sister that made me like this. Yeah, Alicia looks like Cruella from 107-11 Dalmatians.
I'm thrilled to be here, you guys. It's not every day I get to battle my little sister. You guys might recognize Noah from staring into your bedroom window last night.
All right, give it up for Kamala Harris. Yeah, Alicia is from Fiji, which is convenient because she's just like the water. Expensive, not worth it, and has bad pH.
That's funny. I loved you in the Jungle Book. We're lucky Noah could actually join us. He's been pretty busy shooting the new Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Twink on Severance Station.
Alright, that was a good one, Hindi Luhu. Yeah, Alicia looks like she takes her daddy's money and dick at the same time.
Wow, Noah, your energy is electric. The first time I met Noah, I thought he was the mic stand. But Noah is here tonight to remind us that the fight against AIDS continues.
Alicia, you sound like Siri's bitchy sister. Hey Alicia, shut the fuck up.
I kind of look like Noah's mom, so this is therapeutic. You get it.
It's traumatizing.
Everybody makes fun of Noah for being so scrawny, but it's not funny. It's serious. If Noah gets any thinner, he could lose his period. All right, I'll wrap it up. Noah's late for his interview at Hot Topic.
Yeah, Alicia, you look like you would arrange your own divorce. All right, Alicia's the only person I know that brings a carpet to yoga class. Yeah, Alicia looks like she makes her pets get their eyebrows done.
I mean, the Bay Area's been killing it. I was talking with the Tokyo cast, JJ Wackrat and Baby Pink House, Yuri A. Collins, and they're big fans of the Bay Area because they have so many characters, so many cats that can write. Alicia Dillon is the champ out there. Noah Guerrero is a major up-and-comer. He was battling at the Mothership a couple weeks ago. Fellas, let's break this one down. I'm going to go over to Radu first.
I mean, first of all, fuck you, Josh Means, for making me listen to that. Just for not getting the audio right.
The fucking
week after
worst
week.
audio in comedy.
So disrespectful to both of your battlers. Fuck you with the heat of 1,000 suns. And I love you, Josh, but fuck you. Alicia just bodied him in that one. I mean, Noah, this happens sometimes when you're like, you know what? I've seen this work before. I know this kind of stuff does well, and then it just doesn't. It's not there that night.
she's shooting. I mean, like first of all, she wasn't like shooting threes. Like she wasn't attempting things that may have like low percentages. It was all just she bodied him. I mean, she backed him down and just dunked on him.
Yeah,
the whole
she
thing.
Mayweathered him.
The whole time.
It was just,
and he didn't have a backup.
No,
he didn't have a second place to go. He didn't have like a riff that kind of worked better. It was just like
bro. I mean, just using his appearance for ammo, like he did in the beginning, and then she flipped it by using his appearance with like a quick, Disney reference, and then just emasculation. He's scrawny, emasculation. Yeah. The AIDS reference about him being scrawny. I mean, just like, that was Carl. It was Karl Malone. It wasn't even pick and roll. It was just she was just like using her ass and backing him down and just like dunking on him backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, lucky him.
By the way, Channing's getting married, and we just got invitations. Shout out Chan.
They were beautiful too.
Yeah,
like, oh my god.
Yeah. Let's keep breaking this one down, though. I mean, obviously that was a body, but let's get into why the emasculation fest. Using your appearance as ammo. I mean, I know it is a you look like thing, but I kind of think there is an art to it. And Noah, he's a young battler. Kind of grew up on this thing, and I like the way he uses his ammo because it's very clever and it's very dry. And dry really works heavy in this sport.
I do like him. It was like in that last battle, I was like, I did not like Scout. It just was. I'm sure I'll be won over by him at some point. Yeah. But I did like
them. They,
whatever.
they.
Who they?
Yeah. Who dat? Yeah.
But Noah seems like the kind of person where I'm like, I like that you got a battle that you you thought you were big shit, hit the wall or whatever, and like I cannot wait to see what happens next.
It's just it's the way he performs. I mean, he's got that look about him already. And I think when he figures out his voice, I mean, because the kid can write. I mean, my goodness. I even those jokes that weren't getting big pops, they should have. I think it is just the way he's delivering them. You know what I mean? Like, if he had more Radu Bondar energy, they might have hit harder. That nervous, neurotic type shit.
Hey. Well, we've had this discussion all the time when we had multiple big roast battle events here in LA. You'd be like, man, if that was in the belly room, that would have done so much better. That even though there was more people at Jam in the Van or wherever it was or Madam, or something, you're like, more people doesn't necessarily mean more roast battle fanatics. And that was
knowing your audience. Yeah,
that was at Cobb's. That's a big room. I'm sure they filled it pretty well too. You know what I mean? But it's probably different than like, oh, you know what? We're week after week usually at the same place or whatever. Or maybe they're at Cobb's more than I realize or something. But changing venues, you might have battled a few places and been like, oh, this kind of stuff works. And then you get to a room style place and you go, hey man, now it's like a comedy club in terms of what people will go with the momentum by, what they'll get exhausted by, what they'll pull back by.
I kind of dig what you're saying there because that is a huge venue does matter. It's like if we're talking sport, like a venue would matter, right? Like playing stickball in the street compared to like playing at Yankee Stadium, right? Shooting, or playing at Rucker Park compared to
playing at Dodger Stadium versus Yankee Stadium.
Right.
I mean,
so if I'm playing Cobb's compared to like, Brainwash or whatever they do, in SF, it's you might want to change the subtle delivery a little bit because she was just going for homers.
And it's because at these A rooms, when you're, whatever, the off night thing that roast battle might be, there's a chance that it's not a ton of comedy fans. It's a lot of date night people.
Perfect. Radu, keep going.
It's a lot of people that are like, I just want to see something funny. And then all of a sudden, the first joke is, your mother's dead and you have AIDS. And they're like, well.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Because she called him Mowgli. That's the cutest thing.
Yeah. I don't even think she was swinging for homers. I think she bunted her way around the bases the entire time, and he just took a lot of big swings and never really connected. I thought his writing was a lot better, but nothing really landed with the audience, and she was just...
It's the difference between swinging for power and getting on base.
Yeah.
And you're like, look, it doesn't matter how you score. It really does not. It's about scoring.
It is about scoring. I mean, bunting's tough. You're not always, like the percentage is high, but I don't think she's bunting that hard. But I think she's getting on base every time.
Yeah, she's hitting singles, she's hitting doubles, she's doing whatever. But not to take away from any of her jokes, by the way.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm like, I wouldn't say she was bunting so much as like she got him.
I think based on the scenario, obviously, like the AIDS joke went so much longer in laughter than I even anticipated it to. And I think she was ready for things like that, whereas he was not ready for his to get less. He didn't have dig outs as prepared. Like you got to prepare for the up and the down. Be ready for both sides of it.
Yeah, I really dug that he might lose. Like that was a funny misdirect. The if he loses any more weight, he might lose his period. I mean, like you just have to know.
I like that one.
That was so. Oh my God, I've never heard that one before, and that was perfect. Anyway, that's the Bay Area. You guys were killing it in the Pacific. We'll get to the points after this. Go ahead.
Better audio. That would have been like the fourth battle instead.
Yeah, I'm not joking to you. That's honestly the only reason they lose a point is because of the audio and
Really?
this. Yeah, because we can hear this next one that's coming in better.
Well, I thought that Scotland was a much better battle than that Bay Area one. I don't know how that leapfrogged Scotland.
Yeah,
Kind of
they actually got more.
Kind of
more
a good point.
No, but they actually in the voting they got more points. But if they were tied, kind of like
I see what you mean.
There was a lot of ties in this one that I had to actually I had to analyze and be like, okay, why is this a better battle, kind of a thing. So I would say 6 through 10 is all I had to figure that out. But the scoring on this one is pretty distinct, 5 through 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna find out why. This one, a lot of fun. Cleveland. There's movement in the standings, and this battle is a reason why. Jimmy Killius, Brandon Petrie. I think Brandon's one of the better riders in the league right now. I've been saying that. You're going to find out why. Let's get to it.
All right. Brandon kind of looks like if Woody the Cowboy was a twink. He doesn't have a snake in his boot. He has one in his ass.
Man, that hurts coming from Will Hunting's psychology teacher.
It's not your fault.
It's
not your fault.
Jimmy is a travel agent. He's had to switch companies several times because he keeps routing his black clients back to Africa.
Brandon, that was a good one. I'm a horrible travel agent. Brandon can't grow a beard, clearly, so he had to propose to his. He's getting married next summer.
You're on the line. Man. Thank you, gay for pay, Grizzly Adams.
Yep. Do anything for a nice cold LeBlanc Blue.
A lot of people think Jimmy looks angry all the time. It's not his fault. Jimmy's got resting, let's talk about trains face.
Let's talk about him. No. Brandon isn't gay. I mean, look at him. He's clearly told every girl he's dated, wow, you're really mature for your age.
Your mom's pretty old.
Yeah. She is a lovely mature.
Thank you, Juggalo John Goodman.
Shut up, Timu Anthony Jeselnik.
Maybe I will self-harm, Silent Bob. Jimmy's great aunt married her second cousin. Nobody's sure how to refer to their son, but Jimmy will never call him dad.
Brandon is going to be at the No Kings protest tomorrow. He's going to be the guy in the masks pepper spraying all the white women with signs. He's going to start tackling airport security next.
Maybe I will. Jimmy's really into board games. He likes Settlers of Catan and Risk. And whenever my army beats his army, his hairline retreats.
Wait, that's 4, right? We're on 5? Okay. Brandon is engaged to a black lady. When she saw the whips and chains in his bedroom, she was like, wow, are you into kink? And he was like, nope, just a history buff.
I heard you could set us up with a nice travel package.
Yeah. Senegal's real nice for
So
your
I've heard. Jimmy is known as the shelter dog of Cleveland comedy. He vomits too much, never gets consent, and eventually we'll have to put him down for what he's done to a child.
That's Cleveland, man. That is Cleveland, Ohio, coming in at number 4. A lot of movement in the standings, fellas, ladies, them, theys, and others. This was a fun battle. I thought it was a lot of technical stuff in there. Big swings from Killius. I think this is Killius' second time on the countdown. Petrie's becoming more of a regular. Real technical stuff in there. A lot of... let's just get into it, fellas. I know you... wasn't a lot of laughing from you guys on this one. What do we think?
There's a lot of appreciating. I was like kind of... really interested in the dynamic between Jimmy and Brandon specifically, because I'm like, usually Brandon is the type, these types of archetypes or whatever, these are the types of comics that just get all of the charisma, get all the love from the audience, and they're
Mhm.
immediately on their side. That is not what happened.
Wait, you saying Brandon or Jimmy? Because Jimmy's the one with the Labatt blue and the beard, and then Brandon's the one with the
I'm
cards.
saying, yeah, Brandon's the one with
Yeah.
that looked like Timo Anthony Jeselnik,
Yeah.
whatever. Jimmy was the one that basically had everyone on his side the entire time, minus one joke.
Yeah.
Minus one during the ice part or whatever. He probably should have stopped right in the. Again, you already had him laughing. Didn't need to give the second part that was going to bring him back down to earth. Aside from that, though, they were Team Jimmy the whole time. It was an interesting
Team
phenomenon.
Jimmy the whole time. He was so fun. He's so likable to look. You know, like he's just. You can tell he's a big personality on stage. He's that classic, big dude, beard, having a good time drinking. But come on, everybody, K. Trevor Wilson type. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right. And then Brandon you kind of said this earlier, or maybe you didn't. But he stuck to his game. He stuck to his game. He was just like, I'm just going to do these jokes.
Yep.
And, one of these is probably
did.
going to hit hard and probably going to get some momentum,
He did.
riffing off his battler, his opponent a little bit, you could just to let everybody know he's having fun, not taking it personally, right? Not fact checking, not doing none of that stuff. If he's doing anything, he's just letting everything kind of roll off. Even called back one of his jokes.
He did. There was. It almost seemed there was too much automatic riffing there, because there was a point where they were like, "Thank you, this guy." Jimmy's thing worked, and then Brandon did one. It didn't really work, and then Jimmy did another one that worked, and then Brandon did one that worked even less. I wrote -2 next to it because I was like, there was no. You already had the inertia from your previous joke, but there's this instinct to be like, I can't let this live. I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have that, explore that for yourself, because often it doesn't necessarily mean you need a retort. You might just be able to say something to complement the joke the other guy said, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like to keep the momentum of the show itself going.
Yeah, he kept trying to rebuttal. Like I was thinking of calling it like a subtle rebuttal.
Yeah.
Like the fun, like the beginning of that battle was just a bunch of that. It was a bunch of back and forth. But Brandon, I think like he fell short on a couple of them. Like he ran out of things to say in response, because at one point, who was it, Jimmy, the chubby guy?
Yeah.
He said Brandon looks like he might go shoot up something, and then Brandon just goes, maybe I will.
Oh, that was the ice joke. Yeah, he's like, oh, maybe I will. So he's letting it kind of roll off. But I'll even piggyback off your baseball reference. Last battle, it was a lot of Brandon. Like he was going for doubles, right? Or he was going for at least like singles that were just getting. It's good defense on Jimmy's part because everybody liked him. It's almost like he had home field advantage, even though they're both from Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The main style difference was that Brandon was bold, which I really like. I almost always prefer that in a comedy and.
Well, you're watching, I guess, TV. Yeah, that works. I feel like live, as comics, I feel like we appreciate the guy who's just like writing to death.
But Jimmy, even though maybe you could say just as bold or whatever, the main thing that stuck out about his jokes was clever. And so that allowed the impact of whatever he was saying to people were too busy oh, that's so clever, that's so fun, whatever, to not, it took the sting out of what he was saying. Whereas with Brandon's, you're like, no, there is some sting there. You're punching down to the guy next to you. It's not just theoretically you're making fun of a fat, ugly person. He's right there.
Oh, that's so, you're right.
You
the
can
aesthetics
touch
do
him.
master, yeah,
And
or
so
matter.
it's why I keep bringing him up in context, because Brandon, again, and I love you, like most of the time people are on your side. Most of the time those jokes are going to be the dominating jokes. It's just in contrast to somebody that is so clearly an underdog, so clearly and prepared to be an underdog, and a kind of, oh, shucks, goof, whatever. It's very hard to overcome that.
Interesting, because I didn't feel that from Jimmy, like lovable loser kind of a thing you're saying. Like he had more of like a confident big dude.
Because Jimmy's probably not a lovable loser. None of these guys are these archetypes until they are next to each other.
Yeah.
And then as a vignette, as a thing together, as a combined product, now they are something.
Okay. Folks, that's a hell of a point. Aesthetics do matter. I mean, we are still talking about presentation. So I hear what you're saying, because I guess audience's brain is always going to go somewhere. And if yours is going there, I guess we're going to have to say, like, yeah, most of the audience is probably thinking, okay, cool, yeah, fat dude probably doesn't get laid. This guy's married a black chick. This guy's fucking sick.
That, by the way, that was a great fucking joke. I thought, for my money, I would still say that I think the Scotland battle was better than this one as well.
Yeah.
But this was a battle where, it's an example of how one joke, I think, can save a battle. And that history buff joke, I think, really pushed this one.
It's that part, honestly, and I think that's why it really took it over the edge for a lot of the committee that was that was voting this week. I thought the Scotland battle was a top 3 of mine. I mean, I voted for that one. Not everybody did, actually.
I would have
which I was surprised by.
I would have only put Eva just by herself above those two, because again, the sum of the parts, these two guys, I think were better than
Still, but I mean, one person can carry a fight of the the night, but they still both get the purse.
You're right.
You're correct about that. Yeah, you're right. Damn. You guys are killing it today. This is why you guys should be watching the haters. They're fun. You may hate their podcast. You may hate the way they look. But honestly, these guys know how to break down jokes, and they understand why people hate jokes.
We're only qualified roast battle experts that have been doing this for, 10 years and wrote on a professional roast. So what would we know? What would we know?
They don't know that about you guys. But now they will. Let's get to number 3. I'm excited for you to see this battle because you love this international stuff. This is Hong Kong making their debut. That's right. We're in Hong Kong. We've got African cities. We've got Chinese cities. We don't give a fuck about enemies. Anyway, this is Hong Kong via Tokyo. Tokyo gets the points on this one. They get 7 points in this one. Let's go to Tokyo. This is Mo versus Asif. I'm sorry, let's go to Hong Kong. Jesus.
You're so susceptible, all of you.
I'll go first?
Yeah, brother.
All right. Asif actually lives in London, so thank you for being here and for taking a break from snatching phones out of tours' hands on the streets of London. The only thing he's stolen more than iPhone is stage time for actual comedians. Asif is Indian. India, of course, gave the word Shah Rukh Khan, the king of Bollywood. And then we have Asif Khan, the worst thing India has exported since Indian people. All right, I'm done.
That was wordy. It's like Dostoevsky. Give me the spark notes, brother. Mo will regularly wear a keffiyeh when he performs on stage to show solidarity with Palestinians. Which is surprising to me because I always associate him with Israel because he loves bombing on stage every night and school children are very afraid of him.
Nice. All right, let's take a look at Asif. His mustache looks like it's drawn by a drunk toddler or with a Sharpie. That mustache is so shitty, it looks like your upper lip is trying to grow quotation marks. I have like 15 more. That mustache isn't facial hair, it's a cry for help. That mustache is so stupid, it looks like your face is doing air quotes every time you talk. Your curly hair makes you look like an Indian poodle that failed the obedience school. I don't even know what that means. Your curls and your gut combo make you look like a kebab shop mascot who lost custody of his fryer. Alright, I'm done.
Wait, I didn't even know I had a mustache. Must have been left over. Must have been left over from your mom's pussy.
My mom is dead.
Because I licked it so hard. From too many orgasms.
Nice.
Mo is Egyptian, descended from pharaohs. And you can tell, because just like the pharaohs, Mo has a big nose, is obsessed with gold, and hates Jews.
Alright, the most annoying part about Asif's comedy, besides all of it, is that he laughs at his own jokes more than the audience does. Asif, just so you know, if you're the only one laughing, that's not stand-up, that's schizophrenia. You're like the Joker if his origin story was just ketamine and daddy issues. Alright, got one from Debbie. This one is a little too close, I'm sorry.
No, it's good, man.
Don't kill yourself.
I do love...
Actually, you should.
No, man, I do love Kat. I do. Ladies and gentlemen, I do love Kat, you know, and you recently broke up with your girlfriend, or she broke up with you, and, you know, we're both just getting back on the horse, aren't we? Mo is a stereotypical Arab ladies' man. He meets a nice habibi. He takes her out for hummus, and then he gives her herpes.
So your sister did tell you about that? I only do the halal way, and his sister is haram.
I only have brothers, but that doesn't explain his sports.
All right, on the topic, Asif is the only Muslim I know who fasts the whole month of Ramadan and somehow gains more weight. Asif is the only Muslim who finishes Ramadan looking like he just ate the mosque. Asif is like Netanyahu. The longer he stays on stage, the worse it is for everybody. And just like Netanyahu, they both need to fucking die.
You said a lot of stuff tonight, but Netanyahu, how dare you, sir? How dare you? Hey, free Palestine.
You're gonna hate the next joke so much.
Mo runs his own comedy nights, but you can tell that tonight wasn't organized by him because there's actually a woman performing tonight. But no, that wouldn't happen on my boy Mo's watch. No, he named his comedy club Backstage because that's where he makes the lady comics audition for it.
It's called
and they all agreed it's not worth it.
It's called Casting Couch. All right, Asif has a comedy special on YouTube. You should check it out. It's been up for a year and it has a whopping 1,227 reviews. Views, not reviews. I watched it in full on 2x speed, and still felt like torture. So I paid for YouTube Premium, got to 3x speed, cost me $88 that you now owe me. And now I'm suicidal. I actually sent it to my friend in Gaza, and he replied with, "This is the worst thing I've ever experienced." I am kidding, he has no internet.
Right, yeah. 1,300 views, all from your mom. She keeps flicking her bean to it, maybe.
It's fava bean. We're having too much fun. We should just
Mo is so lonely.
How lonely is he?
Mo's so lonely he got a dog that he famously keeps off leash as he walks around. He says this to meet ladies. Really, it's because if he gave the dog a leash, it would probably hang itself.
Well done.
That is Hong Kong's debut on the RBL Weekly podcast, the official podcast of the RBL. That was so much fun. Honestly, I don't even care. I just think that we just saw so much fun on stage.
Yep.
Two Muslim cats out in China. They don't even like those kind of people. And they were having the most fun, saying the most horrendous things about our supreme leaders, Israel. So I couldn't really appreciate that battle so much. But no, that was too much fun, man. Tokyo gets the points for that one. Hong Kong, thank you guys. You guys actually inspired Tokyo to start their roast battle. So Hong Kong's actually been around a little longer than.
Wait, Tokyo gets the points for Hong Kong?
Because they
Mainland
draft?
China's gonna hate that.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, yeah.
Wait till Taiwan finds out.
Japan drafting China was very funny. But
Did
yeah,
that
that was
happened in
Mo.
World War II as well. They had, you know what they had? You could tell one had more of a Hong Kong versus a mainland China style.
Well, Mo probably has a London style because even his
No,
voice.
I'm making a joke here. Listen,
okay.
Because
we get geopolitical here, and sometimes I can't tell.
Because Asif, he was the one that told like 19 jokes, at a time, whereas Mo was more of a one-joke policy. Yeah, it was worth it.
That actually was worth it.
It was worth the Long March, which was also something that Mao did.
Hey! Nicely done.
Punches and bunches.
Punches and bunches.
They had so much fun, though. It was infectious.
It was. It really was. It didn't even matter. It's like, of course, we've heard all these jokes, or semblances of all these jokes before, but it was, I'm excited to see this in this country. These guys, they're not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
No. Hong Kong is not mainland China. Hong Kong was a 99-year lease by the British. They've always had freedom of speech. They've always had.
So they're good.
Yeah, they've never and
Are those Muslims good?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, so I take it all back.
It's
We
tough
should've
to
just
be
taken it
poor
back.
there. If you're poor, you might as well go to China. It's better that way.
Well, it's like New York then, right?
Essentially.
Yeah. All right, so Hong Kong, I guess you guys are still owned by the British? Are we learning stuff here today?
No. The British lost their lease in 1999. It's owned. They are. This is why one China is a policy, because China has a bunch of stuff that they kind
It's
of.
just crazy that Hong Kong's fucking city. Yeah, I was gonna say it's just shouldn't party like it's 1999 be like this? They're like their country song or their city song.
They're the Puerto Rico to America, basically, but they have a totally different government system.
This is the podcast nobody wants to listen to anymore. All right, let's talk about Mo and Asif and how much fun that was. How much did you love that battle? How much did you hate that battle off screen, Channing, who's now on screen?
I mean, you guys already said it. It was a chemistry battle. We say it on this podcast a lot. Styles make fights.
Hey, a chemistry battle is usually when two Muslim guys hang out.
Wild. Jeez.
You know what I really loved? Okay, I got to remember now. Asif, that's the bald guy?
The balding one.
Yes, yeah. How funny is it to try to call someone else a pedophile when you visibly look like a pedophile?
He
you see
looks
that in roast battle all the time.
Yeah, he does look. He looks like he like that classic reference of Jewish Nazi propaganda kind of a thing. He's got that balding thing where a yarmulke should be, the huge nose.
He looks like Dr. Yakub.
Oh my god. These are references that people have to understand, and we hope they land on the internet.
Looks like Mike David.
Who?
You don't know Mike David?
No.
Okay, that was Finnish baseball.
No, that was Finnish baseball. Call back. Asif and Mo, thank you guys. That was too much fun.
Now you actually hold on though. You said you thought that Mo had the more London style.
Yes, I thought Mo had definitely the more London style.
Just because he had the voice or whatever. But in my experience, the London style is like when they're kind of doing almost the Pat Barker thing of like they do 5 jokes for 1 joke.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do that shalaka thing where they don't do thank you this or if you're here, you're that. They say this is this person.
This is this person, which sets up the next thing, which they might do up to 3 whatever at a time. Mo is like, I'm gonna hit you 1 good time over the mouth.
Yeah,
and that's you know what I mean.
And that's more of a Hong Kong style. You're saying?
I don't think it's a I think that's just roast battle. That's just a classic roast thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're here, boom. You know what I mean?
That's like, I thought Mo was. Yeah, I didn't think Mo was like. I just thought he was like. I guess London. You're right. London has a style like that.
Asif was weirdly more London style, even though clearly Mo was more of the British whatever guy.
Yeah.
But the only thing like Mo, I mean, 5 for 5 basically. The one little caveat I had when you do this guy's so ugly, and then the crowd goes, how ugly is he? You got to have something like within 3 seconds. He's so ugly, ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Not like a 4-sentence walk. Because then the crowd's like, why did we just fucking talk? Why did we say anything?
No, you're right. It does feel like Mo kind of just like read the book on Roast Battle and was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Call him a pedophile. So say he's gay. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, man. Shout out Mo and Asif. English in Hong Kong. All right, let's go to number 2. Austin, what up? You're putting videos out. You're submitting. You have a competent a corporate thing happening over there with you in the Creek in the Cave and Michael Ridley in them. This is crazy for me. All right, number 2 on the podcast. Welcome back, Austin. 2 times in a row. Britney Ledesma, Muhammad, you all. Let's roast.
Battle! We got Muhammad, you all. We got Britney Ledesma. 5 jokes. Let's roast.
Britney's plan B has the word fuego and a lime on it.
Don't worry, I do a line of Tahine with it too. No, Muhammad, I'm so glad you're okay. I thought the police shot you outside of Buford's.
It's like a AA baseball, maybe not so much a finish.
Muhammad is from Sudan. He doesn't need a job since some lady in Minnesota is still donating 45 cents a day.
Cállate, bruja. Britney has asthma. She uses an inhaler. Britney, maybe you wouldn't have trouble breathing if you wouldn't talk so much.
So African.
No, I know Muhammad doesn't really like me. I'm not really his type since I still have my clit. Muhammad has abs. Yeah, he got them because of this diet. It's called living in poverty.
It's true. Hey,
don't worry, if you give him that chain, he'll sell it on a blanket outside as merch.
Britney looked like you did housekeeping on Epstein's Island.
I wasn't young enough for them to want to touch me. No, keep it going for the Somali pirate that's just in it for the booty. If you're here, then who is the captain now? Oh, he has to get out his phone. That's cute.
Thank you, Dora the Exploited. Britney.
Thank you, Usain Bolt's from a drug test.
Britney is bi. She had an ex-boyfriend and an ex-girlfriend cheat on her. The guy left because of her body, and the girl left because of her personality.
You are the captain now. Let's go.
No, Muhammad's English is really good. It's because he learned it at a young age when he got diagnosed with Hep A, B, and C. No. He doesn't have those, but he does have genital warts. In Braille, his words actually say, "Help me, I'm poor."
Last joke, guys.
STDs are not funny, guys. Millions of people suffer from them.
They're not funny, because if he didn't have one, he would be having sex.
That is true. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She's selling flowers at a highway stop.
That'd be a pretty good way for you to make money, actually. No, Muhammad actually told me he lost his virginity back when he was living in Africa at the age of 10. The girl kept yelling, means...
Holy fucking shit.
This is why you gotta love Austin and love when they hit the countdown. We get so deprived. They've been in the league for so long. Number 2 on the countdown this week, Britney Ledesma, my man Muhammad, y'all. A lot of fun. Different languages in this one. Just buzzword heavy. This is what Austin does. You know, they're gonna go for the big swings, the big polarizing material, and then like the crowd's gonna have fun with them. I mean, if you've ever been to Friday night RBL Austin, I couldn't recommend it more. It's at 11 p.m. So it's after all the cool shows happen, right? So at 11 p.m. and all the cool comics go there, and then it's a riff fest. It's a drug den. It's it's insane what happens in that place. But you can see the energy in there. You can feel it coming from the screen. Just how much fun that can be, right? Mm-hmm. You got Jamar Neighbors in there, and he's riffing on jokes of this. I mean, like that place is crazy, and you can see why. Man, I just wonder sometimes when the Africans, because like we talk about the clit castration thing is so funny to me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and to say that to an African is so funny, and then he's taking character by being African. By saying, oh my gosh, Muhammad was so funny to me. I just thought that was a beautiful battle. But let's break it down. You guys are haters. Let's hate on this one.
I love Muhammad. That was my first introduction to him, and he oozed funny. He could like, I'm rubber, you're glue. He had some of that kind of stuff too.
First of all, he's not from the Congo. How dare you? But go ahead.
I love Britney. Britney is one of my favorite battlers, comics.
Mm-hmm.
Like her style is so subtle. You know what I mean? Like she's
dry. It's built for this.
Absolutely, literally. Yeah. She's like, I'll start at just one tone, one vibration or whatever. And if I have to move up or down, obviously we saw some stuff that whiffed and some whatever, but she's got like a much better concentration than most people that are volume shooters like that, where she has a dig out ready. She has a rebuttal ready. She has all these things ready. And did she have to look at her phone once? Not a single time.
I do love that my 2010s battlers really hate the 2020s battlers and the use of the phone.
I don't hate it. No, I'm just more impressed. Use the phone.
Right.
If you got to use the phone to make a better show, do that shit. But when you don't have to, I'm just going to lay it out. That's more impressive.
It is more. It's more. Obviously, it's more impressive.
It just is.
Yeah, it is. Because I mean, that's true too. I mean, if I'm going to go on with a clipboard, people see that as like a crutch, right?
Yep.
Like you're using a crutch right now, so this better be good because you're using the crutch.
It's one thing to make, to get 2 points at the stripe, and it's one thing to make it through heavily contested contact. There's the same points, and one's just more impressive.
And one's more respected too.
Sure.
Yeah. Off-screen Channing, who's now on screen. Let's break down Muhammad and Britt. What you hate about it? What you love about it?
I didn't hate anything about it, honestly. I thought, I've been saying all day that Scotland was my favorite battle. That one took the cake for me.
So Austin finally beat Scotland for you.
Yeah, so this one had like a little bit of everything that we've seen today. It had great chemistry. They had great jokes. Their riffage back and forth was awesome. Britney took one big swing up top using a topical reference local to Austin only. There was that shooting that happened at that bar.
I thought that was still great, though.
Yeah. I fucking loved it, too. I think it was like national news enough.
It was.
That we can all understand, at least, even if it doesn't hit as hard for us. But you can tell in the room that shit hit hard.
Yeah.
And I think it got her a lot of points with the judges. Other than that, I thought she was on. Muhammad was fun. I don't know what's up with this hairline. I don't know what's going on in that continent with those hairlines.
It's a lot. I mean, but he did do the South Sudanese thing, which is like he's telling everybody that yes, they speak 7 languages because they're supposed to. We get it. Telling a woman to shut up. I mean, with a setup and a punch like that, and still doing the African thing of. I mean, I just thought that was so into his character and so brilliant. But yeah, Britney. Let's talk about that actually before we go to the number 1 battle. Judging, right? You guys judge a few times. I know you guys judge at other roast battles around the country. Let's talk about taking big swings from a battler. Does it make you respect them more? And like you were saying with Britney, like just now, that's what gave me that thought of, well, does she get more points because she took a big swing up top and you're just like, oh, she's just going to be like just shooting threes? Like, I'm just into this now.
Immediately, both of them get that respect from me because we all just watched this battle together. They kind of fell apart at the end. Both of them, their jokes started to unwind. It doesn't really matter because their first 4 jokes were so memorable. Maybe 4 for Muhammad and 3 for Britney, but they were so memorable. You're like, that's going to affect how I write roast battle jokes. It's going to affect how I think about battles in the future. Like, they literally changed my impression of the game a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, and the downside of that is when the swings don't work, you will get even more negative points. That's what risk is. That's how it all should work.
And that's, I think, that's the theme of this episode. It started with the first one, and it's consequence. It is, it's taking those swings. It's using pop culture references that might not work anymore because we don't really have that anymore, right? But we've had 2 different battles now from 2 people who aren't from that country use their language, right?
Yep.
With Scout and then Muhammad. I love that. We've got countries, who don't traditionally speak English doing this thing with Hong Kong, so that was fun. And then you had this type of battle here where you have Britney Ledesma, Muhammad Fouad. I mean, just like that. Yeah, the first half of that battle might be like battle of the year, and then you're right, it kind of breaks down at the second half, and who really cares? But at that point, you're already in love with them.
You're already in love with, and this is a cardinal rule that I've kind of picked up on the last couple weeks. Like, you can do all your research, right, or you can do all the broad, generic, stereotype jokes. But the best battles are a mix of both, because the audience wants to know that you actually put some effort. You guys know each other. There's some camaraderie or whatever. But they also don't fucking know you. They want to know he looks like this and what, you know what I mean? And
a spoonful of sugar it makes the medicine go down. They say that in stand-up as well. It makes, you guys may hate it because I get it. This is kind of how the show starts because it was an open mic. And when you have a room full of people who were trying to one-up each other in joke writing or premise writing or anything like that, right? You're going to want to hear things you've never heard before. But the audience, they're on a date.
Yeah. They're like, dude, I'm trying to fuck after this.
You're talking about Nazis and AIDS? I mean, like, come on, brother.
I was trying to get some hole, and you kept bringing up this dude's dead brother 5 times.
Everybody's a pedophile? You called me one because you do crowd work on me now?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I mean, fellas,
and also,
ladies.
just real quick, just judging Masterclass by Jamar. I don't know what he did afterwards or whatever, but the holding the chain and it's going more this way towards the other. Like, you're like, I want to see that in almost every
right, because it's like it's a metronome
that
moment.
carrot.
Yeah.
I love Jamar Neighbors. Watch the Napa Boys. Where's my camera? Check the Napa Boys out.
Oh my goodness. All right, Austin coming in at number 2 was just there this weekend. Great battles. I got to say my 2 favorite battlers right now going into this season, Mike Eaton and Dan Wicks, and they had a battle for the ages. I think they're going to see each other again, hopefully in the playoffs. But Dan Wicks is on a fucking mission right now. He is. I don't think anybody's beaten Dan. I think Dan goes undefeated this season.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the number 1 battle. Los Angeles. We have to share points with the Bay Area because Avery has claimed the Bay Area, even though he lives here. I hate that about him outside of his cerebral palsy that I also hate about him. And I'm kidding because you guys don't know me either. I'm kidding. I love this cat.
He's doing that. He's doing that Freddie Freeman thing. Where he's like, I play for Team Canada. Bitch, you were born in California.
Yeah, Ted Cruz. Get the fuck back to Canada. Avery, Dower, Bay Area gets 5 points on this one. LA gets the full 10. Sean Zapp, shout out my boy. Sean's mom's in this battle, so she's a feature in this one.
Oh, wow.
Let's have some fun. Sean Zapp, Avery, Dower, number 1 battle of the week. 5 jokes. Avery's going first from the Bay. That's Sean. He's from here. Let's roast.
Sean looks like Courtney Love wearing Kurt Cobain's skin. Sean looks like if Kurt Cobain tried to kill himself with a taser.
That's okay. Oh, that's it? Oh, wow.
Avery doesn't even have cerebral palsy. He was just really bad at suicide. Avery told me he's bisexual, but he has a thing for girls with short hair and flat chests. So you're gay, bro?
I said yes already.
Shut up, quasi homo. Avery is a virgin not because he's crippled, but because he's ugly.
I have cerebral palsy. Sean has Logan palsy.
No.
Sean.
No.
Shut the fuck up!
If I have Logan palsy, then you're the Japanese guy I found in the Suicide Forest.
You should try it out sometime.
Oh, Jesus.
Sean looks like Princess Diana if they let her sit in that river for like a week.
That river.
If cerebral palsy wasn't bad enough, Avery is also Jewish. But at least he gets priority parking at the gas chambers.
I'm only a fourth Jewish, that's why only my legs are crooked.
Yeah, tell that to your nose, big boy. Tell that to your nose.
Have you seen yours?
Yeah, it's godlike. Avery said he's gonna destroy me in this roast battle because the win was promised to his people 4,000 years ago. Avery, more like a very bad pair of legs.
Yeah, everybody give it up for Billy Ray Cyrus. Sean drives underage girls across state lines. That's right, he takes Hannah to Montana.
You got an achy breaky spine. This guy.
It's out.
Yeah.
That was good.
I drive girls in my Mustang. You drive girls in a mobility scooter.
You live in your Mustang.
I asked Avery if he played any sports, and with a serious face, he said wheelchair basketball.
D1, baby. University of Arizona, bear down.
Avery doesn't have cerebral palsy. He just never stopped playing Hasbro's hit board game Ants in the Pants. Because of his disability, the government gives Avery free Uber rides. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't pay my taxes just so the government can keep a goddamn Frankenstein alive. When Avery's in his wheelchair, they call him Virgin Mobile.
Sean.
You can tap in whenever you want.
Sean looks like Owen Wilson if Cars was describing his living situation.
When Avery goes to restaurants, he always tips. Over.
That's what it sounds like when he takes a dick up the ass.
Shut up, you got glasses, gay guy.
You got AIDS, gay guy.
What's your favorite band? Spinal Tap Out? Avery's pro-choice because his mom is pro-life.
Sean is from New Hampshire, and he actually used to be morbidly obese. I know, right? It's true. That's his mom. It's true. He used to be so
Don't talk to
fucking
my
fat. We still on for tomorrow night? Cool. Awesome.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you fucking bitch! You just lost me the battle!
No.
All right, Avery is...
Shut the fuck up! I was telling a joke about fucking your mom.
Shut the fuck up!
No, Sean is from New Hampshire and used to be morbidly obese. New Hampshire's state motto is live free or die. He thought it was live free or pie.
That's okay. Avery is a bisexual Jew. Yeah, motherfucker uses oy vey pronouns. Yeah, it was. Avery's an alcoholic, but he can't do a 12-step program.
There you go.
Avery won prom king in high school, but not because he was attractive, popular, or disabled. It's because prom court is run by the Jews.
No, it was a fucking Make-A-Wish, okay?
It's true.
It was a Make-A-Wish.
Take your coins.
You think I can bend down and pick those up? No, I'm not a Jew. Shut up, Sean. You look like George Michael if you didn't have a father figure. Sean looks like George Michael's Arts and Crafts. Sean and I were actually in special class together, but he failed out because he kept eating all the macaroni instead of making art with it.
Avery hates a lot of things. Jump ropes, stairs, but most importantly, Palestinians.
Yeah, well, the only thing to bomb harder than Netanyahu is your comedy. So
Avery's mom didn't abort him because she wanted a Disneyland Fast Pass.
Keep going.
Hey, I'll take you to the park. We'll get in and out in no time. I'll get in and out of you and in and out of Disneyland.
Mom, don't let him eat your pussy, Mom. Look at those big ass teeth. Look at those big ass teeth, Mom.
I'll make you walk like me tomorrow.
He's got golfer teeth. He's got golfer teeth, Mom. Don't do it.
Keep going.
You married that motherfucker. Your spine looks like a topological graph from Michigan.
They didn't want to stop.
Holy shit.
That was so much fun. I mean, if we're talking about the most fun battles we've seen, the top three were probably that between Muhammad and Britney, Mo and Asif in Tokyo, and now Sean versus Avery. The Bay gets 5 points. I hate that part, but I did love that battle. Clearly, I was there. Sean's mom was there. I've never heard this in the 13 years the show's been going on, but don't let him eat your pussy, Mom. I mean, like, you know, this whole thing kind of comes from like, oh, your mama jokes or you look like jokes. And yeah, to have somebody's mom actually there, we cut to her as somebody says, I'm doing a joke about fucking your mom. I mean,
I know.
Kobe would say, job not finished. Job is finished. That's a championship right there.
In fact, my only note, because that was so much fun, I was like, how do I watch 30 more minutes of just that battle?
Yeah.
Avery had the same thing that a few people have had within this top 10 or whatever. It's like, you already had a huge pop or whatever. And he's like, no, let me go back to the pre-written joke. It wasn't as good. You fucked his mom. You're fucking his mom. Keep, you know what I mean? Aside from that, though, non-stop, pure entertainment from both of them. Pure stylistic difference. Avery I've seen around for a while now. I've always been impressed with Sean. I've known for a long time. Watching, I think Sean is the most improved of anything.
Oh, yeah.
Anything I've ever seen, any performer, any athlete, any whatever, like the amount of progress that guy does makes me like feel insecure a little bit. You know what I mean?
He's doing everything. He really is a John Popper in that sense of he can play every instrument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's telling you that. He's just exuding. He's got like a young Robin Williams energy where he's just exuding so much talent. He's just trying to get it all out where he should probably be editing more, but even when he's not editing, he's still, I mean, even his riffs was just like, you can tap in whenever, big dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh
like,
my God. He didn't say big dog. I think that might have been that might have been my favorite moment of the entire battle. Tap in whenever you want, retard.
Oh
my God, dude!
Nicely done. I was trying to do the big dog so we can get monetized.
No, I'll bleep. Oh fuck, we're live streaming.
We're live, you dumb dick. You bleep.
What a producer, huh?
And I'm the one that's drunk today.
But fucking A, man, I'm calling it right now, dude. Battle of the year.
You love that.
That was not
that.
just the battle of
Top
the year.
to
Was not just
bottom.
that. That was the LA's back moment.
Yeah.
That was the LA's back because now the talent is still there now, right? Like even though Avery is he's a transplant and giving the Bay Area points, which is fine. We're giving back to the ADA community. But when we have a Sean Zapp, you have a DeHerm, you know, Nate's still in it, right? You know, we've lost some talent here and there, but for the most part, the guys coming up right now, like I'd be scared. Joseph Carter, you got Blumsack and Smallheiser out there still. I mean, there's some guns out there.
A lot of these sound like law firms, but I'll give you.
We have a lot of Jewish people in Los Angeles. I know this has been a very Jew hating heavy episode, but that's what we are. All right, so let's talk about LA a little bit and the fact checking. I know that a lot of young battlers like to do this thing, which is like fact check during battles. Yeah, but
only if it's funny. That's my attitude.
Right, and at points they had it because they were shut the fuck up this and you don't know, you know, whatever that is. Like if it works, it works. And I think you really have to be friends like those guys for it to work because there were points where it did work. But the fact checking thing, I feel like that's such a rookie mistake all the time. Scott Robertson was kind of doing it a little bit earlier. What do we feel about that, and how do we edit that a little bit? Because it reminds me of maybe like a bodybuilding competition. And you're like when you talk about editing, sometimes of like if you get the big pop, lose the joke that you think is going to be so clever, you're going to get a double pop. People get exhausted, by the way, after a laugh, so they don't want to give you more than that. They already gave you that because you're going to be you're shooting again, you're dunking again, you're swinging the bat again, you're going to connect again. So it is less is always more with this shit. But I think there is that young comics ego thing of I'm better than everybody who's ever done this thing before. They have to hear this joke because I wrote it and I know it's great.
It's literally, and this is going to sound so harsh, it's not something you can teach, I believe. I think you have to look at yourself and your percentage of riffs that go well versus don't or whatever, and be like, hey, if I can do it in the moment, I can, and if not, I need to stick to the written material and maybe have one-word face reactions or whatever. Because it's kind of like basketball IQ or something or whatever. You're like, there's only so much you can coach.
Right.
And besides, like, these things happen fast. They're in the moment. Like, you can't give people that much structure.
But it's sometimes I think it is even the egos I will see in it sometimes is fine, because I mean that's what gets you on stage. But it is that how do you think you can't beat the wave? There's just no way. This thing it's too large. If you get a huge wave of laughter and a wash of applause, what thinks that whatever joke you have or tag you have, unless it's a small quick tag, what joke do you think like, all right, cool, I got that. I know that this is gonna hit just as hard. That's crazy. I'll just say that as just that's crazy, and you guys got to stop doing that.
In roast battle itself, there's rarely a time where you are going to be the topper to your own thing. What has to happen is
you can't follow yourself.
The ball has to go the other place. Hopefully that person serves it. What doesn't matter what if they have a huge pop or not. Now you have the time to top the thing or whatever. But it goes into listening. It goes into why so many of the people who are actors and improvisers and very varied kinds of stand-ups have more of an advantage in this thing, because you're paying attention to the whole show, the crowd, the judges. Every single thing lets you know when it's your turn to contribute something.
You said something brilliant right there. You're talking about listening, and I think acting is reacting, and they say that in every acting class. It really is that simple. Is you just have to listen and then react, because it's not robotic as like reading it. Yes, you want to memorize your lines. I mean, obviously that's what people, you're acting, so you can't just go up there with your lines, just like the guys in the 2010s hate when you guys are on your fucking phones. But when you're up there and you're leaning into your character, you're going to have to be able to listen to this person, because they may say something that is a better line than what's written on the paper, and now you have to react to that. I saw Wood Harris, who's a big fan of the show. Shout out my man Wood. He said that about Mike Epps when they're improvising. He's like, I love acting with Mike Epps because he's so funny. He's like, but you have to, as an actor, you have to really listen, because he's going to say something that may make you laugh, or that's going to that's going to make the script better, make it pop more. And it's your job as the actor to be able to listen and react on that. And it's the same thing in stand-up. It's the same thing in improv. It's the same thing in sketch writing or writers' rooms. You want to listen to everybody in the room, because as a team, you're going to want to make the best product possible. And especially a roast battle, you're doing a dance to somebody. So, it's not about you so much as it's about the dance you're playing. And in the end, you're going to want to get more pops, obviously. But it's crazy to think that you're going to be able to beat. So if you get a pop that you don't expect, ride with it. And then if you think you're losing, then maybe go back to that fire-ass joke you think you got. But don't do it right afterwards, because, don't double up the mashed potatoes, man.
Literally, yeah. And I got to say this, too. How was the voting? Was it close? Was it a 5-0 sweep, 3-0 sweep, or anything like that?
No, LA was pretty far ahead. Austin was pretty clearly.
No. Just in that last battle.
Yeah.
Just in that last battle. How did the voting go? Do you remember?
Oh, Zap won.
Oh, Zap won.
I think Zap won.
Okay. Because I was gonna say it was one of those battles. It was, if you told me.
Actually, honestly, I don't remember that. And Avery will say in the comments if he won or not, and he'll be mad I said he lost. But I mean, if he won,
if you
it's
told
whatever.
me Avery won or you told me Sean won, I could believe either one, because they both just had tremendous presence. It's one of those things where you're like, if you met in the playoffs that way, you're like, this is the 1 seed versus the 2 seed. It would have been way better if you guys met in the finals than just a random whatever. But I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I want everybody that cares about RBL to study, not just this entire top 10 this week, because it's very good, but that battle and the Austin battle specifically. Study those battles, because we're missing fun in this thing. And it's not just for roast battle, it's not just for comedy. Right now, the world is very, very not fun. And that's the people that can do that effortlessly. They can make us all go right back into, I forget all my problems, I'm just having fun. We need more of that.
Yeah, and at the same time, we're still talking about the world's problems. I mean, you're hearing some of those polarizing stuff. I mean, shout out Eva Peron. I mean, she goes through the whole,
whole thing.
the whole book of just, dark jokes and dark comedy right there. And then you see Austin, who is just like, they just step into that, right? And they couldn't be having more fun. I mean, we're talking about, I mean, a click castration joke. I mean, I know we do it a lot here at the Roast Battle, but it's so funny that we can make fun of these jokes and everybody in the room is agreeing like, yes, this is funny and this is joke writing and this is what fun can be. So, yeah, that type of battle is great. Featuring a mom, I mean, and she's having fun. Telling a man with cerebral palsy, no, don't let him eat your pussy, mom. Look at those. I mean.
By the way, how good does the LA roast battle look now? That was incredible. I got to say that the cinematography is
Yeah, shout out our guys, man. I mean, shout out Too Many White Boy Productions. They've been killing it. We got some new cats really, running with this. Stick with us. I know that there are some better produced roast battles out there, but LA, I know we're the flagship. We're getting better. Things are happening. Let's get to what we came for now, right? Obviously, the top 10. Let's talk about how some of these cities who aren't doing so well can get back into this thing. Now, every 6 weeks, you can drop your affiliate that you drafted, right, from the WRBL. And shout out to WRBL. There is a WRBL Weekly that only airs on RBL.live, hosted by the commissioners of the WRBL, which is Charity Gregory, Mike Eaton. I'm sorry about this episode, man. I'm exhausted. I just got back from Austin. If you've ever been to Austin, you understand that it's awesome. Anyway, WRBL affiliates, Houston. They drafted 2 teams that we really can't get a hold of, which is Lafayette. They just aren't doing battles right now. In Prague, I don't speak whatever that language is, so I haven't reached out to you guys, and you guys haven't to me. So you guys can be dropped as of after this episode. So if you haven't used your affiliate, you can drop them. When that pool comes out into this week, you guys will be able to pick new cities.
We don't want to drop anybody. We understand everybody's had logistical nightmares that have had, at least speaking for the Houston franchise or whatever. It's been venue after venue that's promised us dates and done. And Lafayette told me a similar story. So, and I know these are both places that can be productive with the roast battles. But Prague, if you're out there, James Regal seems to be the only contact I have for you. If there's anyone, I'll talk to you and check. We don't need to talk in English. I'll find a guy.
You're so Romanian. You're so Romanian. That's crazy. All right. But yeah, so anybody who wants to drop their cities, you can. I know we have Portland. Portland actually has a really, really good battle I want to submit very soon. So I'm excited about our affiliate. But there's some good teams that are coming up right now. Orlando just opened their new club with Alex Barboza. She's killing it out there. Those battles are killing it. There's RBL Tampa, which is another new city. Cork out in Ireland's got a new team. So some of these teams or cities are having problems maybe producing some of their shows, right, with the venues kind of thing. So some of the other ones that are coming up that I even just named, holler at me at the end of the week, and we'll get you guys set up to maybe submit some new battles. I'm surprised I haven't seen Philly, I'll be honest, because Philly is one of the better scenes, and they throw some really good roast battles. I think Cleveland dropped in maybe the first week they did this, but I want to see Philly more. Anyway, that's the affiliate board. So now you guys know that, yeah, you will get dropped now, or you're available and you're eligible to get dropped. You haven't been using the first 6 weeks. Let's get to the standings, man, because this is exciting stuff. A lot of movement in here. Because the Bay Area got an additional 5 points to their 5th place performance even this week, they are now way ahead of us. They've got 39. Tokyo stays out ahead because they got the number 3 battle this week. We did get number 1, so we got our 10 points. Still in 3rd. Phoenix even squeaked it out with 1 point this week. They had a hell of a battle. Next time, tell your other battlers to get into the light. There's a lot of, honestly, that felt like a radio battle, Phoenix. AV. I could only see Steve and who he was talking about, so I was only imagining who he was talking about. And I thought that was brilliant because I was like, this woman must be the biggest person I've never seen. And I was watching the battle. Anyway, somebody gave you guys a first place vote, so you guys squeaked in the countdown. You guys got 7 points. Europe, that's the death division, man. Look at that thing. Now, London and Barcelona didn't hit it this week. Barcelona dropped a really good battle this week from the Australians. Again, I love them. We're doing this affiliate program. Didn't get any points this week. Scotland, though, knocked it out of the park. Again, Channing's right. That was a hell of a battle this week between Scotland. They didn't get the ranking, but I think people were scared. Like maybe didn't know where to put it, or maybe couldn't hear too well, maybe on their phones or their computers. But Scotland had a hell of a battle this week. They are now right behind Barcelona. Berlin got a point or 2 this week because of that Dallas battle. And then let's go to the East. The East is heavy. New York's up 45.5 points. They got a 1.5 from having that Hartford battle with the New York Battler, and then they got their own points for entering the countdown again this week. Cleveland moves ahead of Hartford by a 0.5 point. That's the kind of shit I love to see right there. That's so funny to me that you guys are a 0.5 point ahead of Hartford. It's fun. This is what makes it real playoffy. This is what makes it real sports-like. So, and then Toronto, you guys dropped the Nairobi battle this week, the Kenyan battle, and thank you guys. So I like that Nairobi's going to be sticking with you guys at least for another 6 weeks. But, man, if you guys can go to RBL.live and watch some of these battles from Nairobi or South Africa, they're so much fun. those countries aren't used to doing these types of jokes. Because we contact all these guys, we talk to them, and they talk to us about like what are we allowed to say, and we always say like you can say anything. They're like, oh, it's not really like that out here. So it's fun to see these guys really trying to do the American thing. Like I don't know how many times, two Kenyan dudes are gonna, call each other pedophiles, but that was just so much fun for me. I mean, because Kenyans are so smart, they're doctors and lawyers a lot of the time, right? They go for like, the engineers, so it's fun to see these guys like talk down to each other because it really is just about how dumb they are. So like, I mean, I heard a Nigerian guy or was a Kenyan cat call another Kenyan cat a stool sample, and I was just like, because he's a piece of sheet.
That's incredible.
I was like, let's go.
Because he is sheet.
Because he is sheet. I'm just like, oh, you guys are getting it, man. And then let's go to the South. The American South, Houston, go get some cities, man. You guys are now allowed to do it. You're -3, but literally, it just takes 1 week. You guys are right back in this thing because that South division is wide open still. I thought Nola had a good battle this week. This kid, Ben Bauman, is a hell of a writer. He had a really, really good battle. Go check it out on RBL.live. In Atlanta's they're still looking for some venue love, but they have 2 really good teams that they drafted in St. Louis and in Nashville. So I'd watch out for Atlanta and their affiliates. And then Austin. If you keep having battles like this, Austin, you guys might run away with that division, and you're going to look like a really, really powerful contender against New York, the Bay Area, and even London. So it's just fun, man. If you guys like this thing, it feels more competitive. It feels like the talent's becoming deeper. My haters are doing this every Monday now. Please check out the show. Comment what you got to comment because they will comment back. They hate you guys just as much as you hate them. They are the haters. And RBL.live, subscribe. Any content we have, it's going there. Any new content any of these cities have, it goes there. If you're an RBL head, a battle head, you'll love it. Outside of that, check us out every Tuesday live, and every Thursday we have a drop here, and then my haters drop their podcast on Mondays. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks.